Took me a moment. Gotta remember. Alright, hello guys. Hi, it's Ayama. That's I am a flower, and welcome back to my channel where I am rebuilding my self-concept and living the life that I want to live. As you can see, the background is very different. It's a nice environment. It feels a lot calmer out here. I actually kind of like it. But today I want to talk about, do an extension off of my previous video of where I said dress the mood. And I want to talk more into it because it's like a glow up, you know, when you start really in putting all of that together, dressing up and doing it on the daily and wherever you go, and not just on special occasions, it really changes who you are, and essentially you can go through a glow up. Now I know a lot of the times when we talk about a glow up, that's usually just a really a very not superficial chickens. It's a very surface level type of term, right? Because when we talk about glow ups, we talk about people having suddenly they go from, maybe not getting the most, attention, people looking at them, and suddenly they are getting a lot of attention, right? Because they look so pretty and, lavish, and you get the whole idea essentially. But I wanted to talk about the glow ups because sometimes a glow up is not enough to help the self-esteem, right? And I say that because personally for me, I think for a long time I didn't really have much of a self-esteem. My self-esteem wasn't bad, but it wasn't good either, because I kind of saw myself as I wasn't the one to be picked or looked at, or even asked out, or for whatever it may be. But I was pretty. I still am pretty. I was pretty, back in high school and whatnot, but I never really saw it, And going through the years, into adulthood, still didn't really see much into myself, until really recently. And I just want to say that honestly, glow ups don't really equal to good self-esteem. You can have a big glow up and still feel like crap on the inside. I feel like your worth isn't really there. And at that point, we gotta ask ourselves, where are we looking? Are we looking on the outside, or are we looking on the inside? Because we really should be looking on the inside, because at the end of the day, for most of us, we're coming home to ourselves and ourselves alone, right? If nobody is going to like you, you alone should at the very least like yourself, okay? And that really does mean you need to do a lot of internal work, how do you view yourself and whatnot. Recently, over the past couple of months, I've been kind of doing when I look at myself in the mirror, kind of hype my own self up, because if no one else is gonna do it, you yourself better at least do it for yourself, especially if there are people around you who may be hating on you. But I really think that self-esteem is something that also needs to be prioritized along with dressing up. It's not, at times it's not just good enough to just dress up and and feel yourself on that. But because if your self-esteem isn't good enough, and you look dressed up, you're to the nines and whatnot, and someone comes around and they have like a mean, very unkind comment for you, and you suddenly start breaking down, well, then that might mean that the self-esteem that you have for yourself is not as is not as stable as your style is, right? It takes some time to like really put that all together, but it means something to actually have it all cohesive, right? I think what I really just want to say is like, I said it in my last video, but at the end of the day, do this for yourself, okay? This is not for anybody else but yourself, okay? When you dress up, when you put on those clothes, when you do your makeup, when you style your hair, make sure you're doing it for yourself. It means a lot. And once you start getting really comfortable with it, you'll feel more like into yourself. And maybe you don't. That's okay. We can go back to the drawing board and see what else might do better. Okay? I'm not going to... I don't think I'm going to keep this video that long this time. I talked a lot last time. I don't have too much to say, but I really... I'm enjoying being out here right now, but I don't have much to say aside from make sure that when you, in this process of changing your appearance, essentially, make sure you are affirming to yourself of who you are and who you want to be. It's very important that you reaffirm to yourself, even if you just look in the mirror and just smile a little bit. It does a lot. It really does. I really like it, being out here. It's really nice. But I think that's honestly it for today's video. It's not much. This weather's really nice. I've said it once, I've said it twice, I'll say it again. I really want to go to the beach, and I hope that I can go sometime soon and then take you guys along with me. And I also realized that I see why vloggers and YouTubers be outside filming themselves. This is a different kind of environment. It's really nice. In the car, I feel kind of holed up with my thoughts. Out here, I mean, it's very calm. There's something really nice about it. But anyways, I'm gonna cut it off here. I hope you guys have a good day, good life, even just a good hour, Make sure you take care of yourself. Keep building that concept. Build it, believe it, and live it. And I'll see you guys next time. Later.